So I ordered some Birthstone earrings for my American Girls off Mercari. This is actually my second set, and kind of ironically, both of my packs were purchased secondhand offline. My originals came from eBay because when I first started piercing my doll's ears, I was running out of studs and it was just cheaper to get them on eBay. So I have all of these different colored studs for each month. They're supposed to come with like silver danglies, but I didn't care that these weren't included because I really don't use them much. I just pair these with handmade earrings. So we're gonna put these in the jewelry box that we got at the Salvation Army several years ago. It's in one of my first episodes of Dolly Diaries, if I'm not mistaken.
So these are actually, because I took out McKenna's earrings from our school outfit, but I didn't put earrings back in. This is actually a false representation because one of our dolls isn't even wearing them. So this is all, like, take this pair out, this is what we're left with.
Yeah, because I've obviously pierced McKenna last year, Claire last year, and then I got Lainey, so it's just nice to have more options. So now these are all spare. So we just got back from the flea market. This is the last weekend in August. So because it was cooler, there were more people there, but unfortunately the stuff is still kind of dried out. But we got this lovely Campfire Yasmin doll from the sellers. We buy a lot of like Bratz and Monster High from the elderly couple. She was $3 and she's wearing all things of her own, but like this is from her spare outfit and so are the shoes. That's okay because I actually have some pajama pants and stuff in storage for her. I love her. She's my second doll from this line. I have Phoebe. Phoebe was one of my very first Bratz dolls I got as an adult collector. I got her in a bag with Funk Out Jade, but Phoebe has cut hair. So Yas does not. I'm very excited to have her. This is Campfire Yas, all cleaned up. I made her some earrings, and I had her pajama bottoms and actually another pajama top in storage. So rather than have like that mismatched outfit combo of like part of her PJs and part of her main outfit, I decided to put her in her pajamas. She is really beautiful. She has this gorgeous hair, and I'm so glad to have added her to my collection.
So, I just finished dressing all of our contemporary dolls, like Girl of Today, Girl of the Year, with one exception, and I'll explain about that in a minute. Last night, I had McKenna, Grace, and Lainey in all their new clothes for Flickr. Like, I was dressing them while Shelly, like, worked out hair accessories and, like, shot photos and stuff like that. But we didn't know how much we were going to like McKenna in this fancy outfit. We were originally planning on putting her in either the warm-up outfit or the school outfit first, like just to hang out in, but we really like this, so I just put her back in it and I love it. And then Claire is wearing McKenna's school outfit, even though her initials aren't MBs, the earrings will leave. And then Lainey, she moved in here last night. So last night was when Shelly was filming all that stuff for Dolly Designs. Lainey actually just moved in last night because she's been just hanging out in the computer room because we knew she had clothes coming and Shelly was going to make stuff, so she didn't want to put Lainey away. We joked that she was, quote, on quarantine, when obviously she's seen lots of dolls and hung out with us and was sitting next to Rebecca or Isabel. I think it was Rebecca for eye comparison like ages ago. Obviously she wasn't really on quarantine, we just had her in the art desk. But yeah, and this is her orangutan from her pajama set, which we left out on the art desk so we knew to put with her. And then Jess is in the warm-up outfit. Jess is so cute. So I was really glad when Shelly said she didn't want Jess in the nature outfit after all, because that's the direction I thought she was going to go. But she wound up putting on Isabel, which I didn't want to put on Jess because of Jess's hair. It comes out of the braids a lot. She's very thin hair. Isabel has the opposite problem. She just has too much hair. I don't know how Shelly got that headband she made on. Lindsay is in Lainey's meat outfit, which actually this I put on her yesterday, and Grace put this on. We have Isabel. Now, Marisol is actually the only doll that I didn't change, and there's a reason for that. It's because we just ordered, like, yesterday, tap outfit, which we've been missing forever, and it's not here yet, and I'm hoping it arrives and stuff nice and safe, because we've really been wanting it forever, and the one I found online is really, really nice. So obviously, since in a couple days, hopefully that will be here, so Mari will be wearing that instead of this. So I didn't see a point in changing her. Isabel just looks so gorgeous in this. Shelly was right, it really makes the green eyes pop, and because of the scarf and the accessories Shelly made, it looks very like designed, which suits Izzy really well. And then Amber is in McKenna's pajamas. I just thought the colors would really look good on her. Maya is in Grace's coat. She's one of those dolls that she can do really dressy like this really well, but she can also do like really casual really well. She's a very good dresser. Oh, Coconut lives with Amber. If anyone's wondering why Amber always has the bigger chair and is here, whereas these two switch, but her and Maya stay in the same seats, it's because Amber stays with Coconut, which actually McKenna kind of stole the Husky, so she's always with him now. Even though Shelly bought that when she was like, I don't know, we've had that Husky since 97. So, Angela is in Lainey's garden outfit, and Valerie is in Grace's baking outfit. And I just think they look absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, and then this morning, hello Melody. This morning I just changed Kit. So her and her mini doll are matching. That's a new mini doll that I love. And I brought up all the jewelry, so I did some reorganization. I think this used to be Mom's jewelry box. And we've had our American Girl earrings in here since Shelly started making them, but they used to all fit in here, which as you can see, like this is crowded, this is crowded. Julie has two compartments that are both just crowded. So we put all the like non-character earrings, like Girl of Today, you know, like generic contemporary dolls. We put them in these two drawers, and there's plenty of growing room. But we've decided to keep all the character dolls in here. But what happened was we used to have Caroline and Elizabeth split up. But I figured that since Lainey, Jess, and we have some Leah outfits that we made earrings for, even though we don't have the Leah doll. So I figured like the Lainey, Jess, and Leah all have like a nature-y, beachy vibe. So I decided to keep them all together. And Grace, Lindsay, any other dolls besides Leah who we don't actually have, they're in here. And then Marisol and Isabel have shared a compartment forever because they're both ballerinas, so it's kind of like this, a similar theme. So yeah, and these are actually both Julie, as I mentioned before. So I just moved Caroline's into the same compartment as Elizabeth, because realistically, we're only missing 2 outfits for Caroline. I'm hoping that will change. And we're not really missing a lot for Felicity or Elizabeth, and even if we made Elizabeth earrings to go with all Felicity's clothes, it really wouldn't be as like much a potential to grow as like these 2 compartments. And then I'm really glad we ordered the other birthstone earrings. So this is how many earrings we now have left over without our dolls wearing them, because everybody's wearing a pair. But as you see, certain colors are gone. Like, so I have finally come to the end of the Mary Kate and Ashley line photos. That Shelly's been, like, she's going to be slowly adding to Flickr. The first day I did it, I ended up with 3 photos left over. I had these, well, 3, like, groups of photos, because, like, these dolls have 2 looks, and so do Winning London. But it was these dolls, Winning London, and a photo featuring 6 dolls modeling all the Holiday in the Sun outfits. You think, oh, Colleen, that sounds very easy. Surely if you did the rest in one day, you could do the others in one day. No. Because the thing is, I decided to use Shelly's Winning London dolls as some of the models. And part of why I wanted to take Winning London first is because I figured that their hair would look nicer, because Shelly had just done Mary Kate. She had washed her hair when she was fixing her. So I figured, oh, well, if Mary Kate's hair looks nicer, it'll go a little bit toward making the photo look better. So I had to like ensconce Ashley's curls in gel, set them up, and that went really smoothly. Then I figured the next progression would be to do the Holiday in the Sun photos next, because I planned on using the Winning London dolls as one of the looks. And I thought, oh, well, I can use these guys for that third look, because her spare set of So Little Time dolls is already wearing one of the looks. So I only needed one other set of models, and I thought, oh, these would be perfect because the last look is kind of on the fancy side, and Ashley has earrings, And these dolls are just really pretty and unique. And Shelly said the actual Holiday in the Sun dolls they make, that I think must have been Walmart exclusives or something, Shelly said they looked more like these. So I'm like, oh, well, that'll work. So I thought, oh, a natural progression. Since I already had the Winning London dolls undressed from what they wear in storage into look 2, since I had to strip them anyway, put them in the Holiday in the Sun fashion pack, and then since these guys would already be stripped out of these dresses to wear Holiday in the Sun, I could put the gowns on them next and then put them in their regular gowns last. But the reason that didn't work is because A, the Winning London doll's hair is just so beastly, and B, the dolls they keep falling over. So today I took them in the prom photo, and I think that it came out really great, but I just couldn't, because of these hats, it was really finicky getting them to stand right. So I ended up having to use some stands Shelly used to keep her Monster High dolls on that I sometimes pull out for stuff like this. And I tried to disguise them with flowers because they're plain white stands, not like the ornate ones she makes for her Disney dolls. But I'm finally done. And I might have said some uncalled for things for all 6 models involved on the last day I worked on this. But I did apologize to all of them, especially Winning London Ashley, who I was probably meanest to because of her hair.
Look at Poppy Sheet. She made herself a cuddle cup out of the pirate ship. And now she left because she knows Mom's filming her. But her and Winnie were screaming at each other. And I was like, me!
I think Winnie wants to.
Because Winnie was trying to get in. Darling, it's
Winnie,
free for you.
Opened.
Go ahead, go in. Vin.
Winnie.
Vin.
Oh man, that's cute.
Winnie. Did you get it? Oh, you're chewing your foot. That's cute. It's all free.
So this was a stool that my dad must have bought around 2006 based on the date of the box that he just never used. And even though I went and donated a bunch of his old tools and stuff that I didn't need because he had tons and tons and tons of tools, I always kept this, and I remembered I had set it aside because I needed to reorganize this doll room / art room, and I thought it would be great to store some of my tools in that I keep for easy access. And we always need stools because we're both short, and when we get dolls off shelves it would be handy to have it. So this is the footage of me setting it up, and it's actually really well made. I don't know why my dad never used it, but he had a tendency to buy things and not use them.
So we're working on a photo for Flickr, and it's going to be all about Hello Kitty. So I am a huge Hello Kitty buff. I got really into Hello Kitty when I was 10, and we went to Target for the first time because it was a really big deal when Target opened up in the rural area we live in. And they had tons of Hello Kitty stuff, and that's where I got this bag. My mom was like, wow, you really went overboard with the Hello Kitty stuff, because I bought all kinds of Hello Kitty clothes. And I think because of that, because that was the last time we went clothes shopping before she passed away, I just got really into Hello Kitty, and Dad always bought me stuff. So this hat he got me one year for Christmas, and I got the Hello Kitty doll on this side. I've shown her in one of my collection videos before, but she was a birthday gift from my Auntie Kim and Uncle Ray, my mom's best friends. And then I got this lunchbox that I was too embarrassed to actually use at school. I would always keep it face down.
I actually used it at school was it last year or the year before, because my frozen lunchbox had torn apart, and before I found a new one, I actually used that for about half the school year recently.
And then we have my alarm clock, which I've shown this in an old episode of Dolly Diaries. This is my replacement alarm clock. The one that I got for my 11th birthday, which is my last birthday that I had with Mom, the one I got my Josephina doll at. The buttons caved and it was all super yellow, so I bought this one on eBay, but I actually still have my old one. It's in the living room.
I just used the nicer one for the photo.
Yeah, the one that's in the living room, it still tells time. It's just the alarm buttons caved in, so I can set the time, but it's really difficult, and obviously when I'm setting it every day I need it to work better. Plus this switch, the on-off switch, stopped working. And then this house, I think Dad got this for me at Toys R Us.
I thought it was Target. They had a lot of Hello Kitty stuff there, but I could be wrong.
I don't remember exactly, but yeah, we got this to go with this. I remember buying, I've shown this in Dolly Diaries too. I don't keep a lot of toys. We pretty much just have dolls really, and a few plushies these days, and Colleen's Harry Potter stuff. But I kept all my Hello Kitty figurines because they're really special, but I really loved this mushroom restaurant, and the lamb came with it. And then I bought the panda so Colleen and I could play with it together, and we did all kinds of weird things.
Weird voices. It was very dysfunctional.
And then I found my Michaela Hello Kitty doll. I think that's her name. She's Julie. She's Michaela.
Oh, I forgot they had names.
Yeah, they were from Avon. I got her at the flea market. She has cut hair, but I was able to fix it up.
The only thing she's missing is her pocketbook that doll has.
Yeah, the really cool beaded pocketbook. And then this is my picture frame that Colleen's teachers actually bought me, because after Mom died, they would take Colleen out like shopping, and sometimes they'd pick me up stuff because I had them both in class. And then this is my chambray chic fashionistas doll wearing a Choco Cat fashion that I bought just for her. And I do have like a few other odds and ends. I have like my checkbook, but obviously my account information's on there. Hi, I'm Shelly. I'm 29 years old, and I'm addicted to L.O.L surprise dolls. I have no excuse for this. Yes, this is the new L.O.L house, because I loved this one so much. I was actually thinking of maybe getting one secondhand one day, and then they came out with this, which has more furniture for the OMG dolls, and it comes with accessories instead of other dolls, and it's so cool. So I just had to get it, and I actually got mine for $50 off because it was some kind of return. I got it through Amazon's warehouse. The one I bought said there's some sort of damage, so we'll have to see. I'm gonna set it up. I'm just really excited. I've been waiting all day, but I got home from work and I smelled like sheep, so I really didn't want to be setting this up while I smelled like sheep. So now that I'm clean, we're gonna take this apart.
So compared to my last house that I bought, this one was easier to set up. I think just because I already had some idea of how everything went together. The hardest part was actually getting this out of its large shipping box. Now the difference between my first house and this one is that my first house just came in its like raw package, and I ordered that from Target's website, whereas this one had like an outer plain cardboard package that had like a stamp like inspected by Amazon warehouse workers. And so it was really hard to get it out because it's pretty heavy and it's big. It was like the box was almost as tall as me. So this is the smaller box inside that contained all of the pieces. They were covered in styrofoam. That was a problem with my other house. The styrofoam just stuck to everything, but it was less sticky this time. And I was inspecting each piece because I was trying to figure out what the damage was, and the piece I'm showing is the only damaged portion. So I filmed myself setting up the house until my camera died because I knew that I would have enough time to charge it, so when Colleen got home we could open the moving box together. Now, the one thing about assembling particle board is you want to be really careful, because if you put things in the wrong place and then you try to take out the screws, you can sometimes cause damage depending on how cheap the item is. I have quite a few flimsy particle board things like shelves and cubbies and stuff, and this is really nice quality for what it is, but that doesn't mean it's indestructible. So you do want to be really careful, and I tried to make sure everything was lined up exactly how I wanted it before I screwed it in, and it was much easier this time. I only had one issue with my last house. One of the room dividers, which wasn't structurally important, it was just kind of there for decor. One of the screws got a little bit stripped, so the wall was a little bit wiggly until I put the top floor on. But I didn't have any issues this time. I was a little confused when putting together the elevator, just because I wanted to make sure that I put it on correctly, because I had trouble with it last time. So I kept like unsliding it and then double checking and sliding it back, because it was just, I didn't want to have to mess around with the screws like I did last time. But luckily I had a fully assembled house to kind of compare to, and it is helpful to keep the box of the house assembled in the room so you can kind of have a reference in case you get confused. But it only took me like maybe an hour and a half to put this together. I think it took me closer to 2 with my other house.
Alright, so I have the house set up. It's darker in here because now Colleen's back home, and it only took me like an hour and a half to put it together, if that. And you can see it's right next to the old one. That's why I moved the old one. And don't worry about the dolls up top. They're not staying there. They've only been there for like 2 days, and it wasn't even sunny out. So they're going to be moving in here, and I'm going to be getting UV shades just for extra protection. So we're going to open up the moving boxes. I did have to crack into 2 of them to get like the staircase and stuff to assemble the house. And then I'm also saving all of the tissue paper that everything's wrapped in, which I did with my last house, and there's actually a few pieces left over because I made a backdrop.
Oh, that's so cute. Oh, wow. Look at the print on these chairs.
Ooh, fancy. Oh, the toilet.
Oh, you got the toilet?
Seriously, why isn't it working? And I realized that you had to pull the tin out. So some of these molds are the same, but some of them are different. Like this is actually a bigger clothing rack, you know.
Yeah, for the OMGs.
I did not realize that.
Yeah.
Oh, these drawers actually open. I didn't know that. That's
Oh
really cute. Oh, and these are all the hangers. So it came with OMG hangers and L.O.L hangers.
Oh my god.
And what's this? This is a lamp, which works. So this is like the same mold.
Oh, and the bed.
This is lined. This is really fuzzy.
Yeah, I told you it had like a velvety
I forgot.
cover.
I didn't watch the review. I can't.
Oh,
can't
yeah, I
see
watched
that.
an extremely painful review of this.
No
just to see if
offense
it came with the grill.
If you make reviews or watch videos that are geared towards kids, but you know when they're like, "This is the chair," like I just can't.
This is the chair makes that video look even later because that's actually better than.
Wow, it's pink.
That's closer. Oh my god, it's so cute. Okay, what's in this box? You found the box I wanted.
Oh, it's got plates.
I hate you.
And what's is this like a charred what is that?
But I got the guitar case. So it opens like that, and then there's that. And it it's meant to be like a coffee table. That's why it has like the cup prints on it.
That's why
I got the TV!
yeah, it came with some really cool
Look, TV. You got the fun box.
I kind of forgot momentarily.
I basically watched the whole painful, not the whole painful review. Oh, the records.
You can actually move the stuff around. Like it doesn't. It's not like a Barbie where you can rearrange it, but it is. Oh,
dude, this is to put the records in.
Oh, that's cool. It opens. Oliver.
I was wondering what that thumping was. I was afraid someone was trying to break in. Yeah, look, it's like a record player.
Excuse me.
He's in the moving truck.
Hey,
Gurky!
what are you doing? You're too fat for that. Yeah.
I'm actually.
So these are all the little accessories that came with the house, which is substantially more than ones that came with this house, but that's because that house came with dolls and this one didn't. And then these are all the furniture pieces. So these two things connect to make an L.O.L bed, and they are fuzzy. They do have fuzzy material. And then these are the piano beds, which you can pull these apart. You can pull them apart if you want, or you can push them down to make an actual piano. And then there's a little bench for the piano. And then this guitar table is really cool because it opens up into a record player, and then you can put the records on the record player. And then there's this little table that looks like a record. There's a OMG sized clothing rack. This wardrobe, which the same mold has been used for Queen Bee's playset. And then these drawers actually open in this little cube thing. It's got the same style couch as this house, but different color. Same with the lamp. This is a table for the patio. And these are the heaviest pieces of furniture. They're chairs that look like music notes, and they're fuzzy. There's this umbrella, the toilet that makes noise. This is the bench for the shower and the shower divider. And then, of course, there's the cardboard real estate sign. This refrigerator, which I put some of the stickers on, but I'm saving the rest for other projects. The grill, And then again, some of these molds are the same, but everything is different colors than the stuff that came with this house. And then these are the stickers I didn't use. I'm pretty sure it's the same stickers for the most part that came with the 2019 house, except the pictures that you put on the refrigerator. And the assembly guide is all in color, which is really nice, and it shows you everything that's supposed to come with it. I assembled the whole house, and literally the only damage, like just the color, it's kind of like you put a piece of tape down and you ripped it up. And that's why I got $50 off. So if that kind of thing doesn't bother you, I really recommend keeping your eye out on the like returned listings from Amazon Warehouse, because like $50 is an incredible amount to save on a brand new house that was just released, and that's all that's wrong with it. I thought that there were going to be like scratches or like exposed particle board or something like that it might affect the structure a bit, but no, it didn't. And the elevator doesn't have a top because the OMGs can stand in this elevator, because again, this is for the OMGs. And then this is the pool area. Really cute. You got the hot tub, the pool. This opens up so you can put kinetic sand in it. Obviously this isn't protected for water, so you can put water in here, but it would warp the particle board, which was one of the complaints I saw in all of the LOL houses. And I do have to agree that that's kind of a poor design flaw. Like, if you're going to market something as being made for water and you're going to sell it for a ton of money, it should really be waterproof. And the OMGs, like I said, can only stand on this shelf or up on the patio, which again, if they're marketing it for OMGs, I do feel like they should have made it tall enough for them to stand. But I don't mind, because for my purposes, I couldn't have anything taller here. I wouldn't have been able to buy this house, so I'm happy about it. But I can see why that would be sort of annoying, and it does have all these cute designs. It's the same layout room-wise as my other house, but different colors. And the back is really cool. I would show you, but I'd have to pull it forward. So I'm in love with it. I think it's really nice quality for what it is. I mean, obviously, if you're aggressive with it, it's not made to withstand a lot. But it's a lot nicer than my brat's house. Please excuse their dishevelement. I need to dust them. But yeah, this house looks like it's nicer quality, but the size of like the walls and the floor are like super thin, and so all the shelves kind of bow in, even when I didn't have many dolls on them. And every time I have to move this out, it feels like it's gonna fall apart, and I've had to move this way more in the short time I've had it, and it's fine. Obviously I had to rearrange the room to accommodate the house. What I did is I moved my cube thing over here where it originally was, and I put my little angels on top. And I actually prefer this place for them because they're closer to the Bratz dolls and they won't get as dusty. And then I was able to clip this cubby on the side of the castle where it's supposed to be, instead of kind of placing it on top, which worked, but it's a bit more secure. That's the stool I put together earlier. I'm just keeping it there. The only place I could fit both the houses, because we spent a whole afternoon trying to rearrange things in this room, but there's a very specific layout for some of this stuff. Like, the computer has to stay over here because the internet cord comes out on that side, and this house is too long to like lay in the same position as these houses, and it's too tall to go under the window, and that desk is really wide, and the cabinets are fixed to the wall, and the brat shelves are fixed to the wall, so there's not a lot of wiggle room. But my problem was that I was having before is that there's a heating vent underneath this house, and I didn't want to have something blocking off the heating vent. Not so much that it's a fire hazard, because it doesn't get hot over there really. It blows out warm air, but it doesn't get hot enough to start a fire. But obviously in the winter you want the air to be able to come out. So I suddenly remembered, wait, this house doesn't have a real bottom, so you can see the heating vent is right there. So it has plenty of aeration, so the air can come out and heat up the room. And that one though can stay because there's no heating vent there, and I was able to space them apart to keep my outlet available. And then I just put the pool area from my old house right up there, and that way it's near the house if we want to use it. But obviously I don't pull them out for display anyways because I would just trip over them, so it's just for like photos or skits or whatever. I used to have a white thing of drawers in here, which I'll show you where I moved it. What I did is I took my garbage can that was under here before, I put that downstairs because it was really big, and I just have this small one that was from another part of the house. I bought this fabulous rolly cart from Michael's website. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I would not have bought this if I didn't have a gift card, but I wanted something small, and I actually wanted something open because it's easier when I'm reaching, and those plastic drawers were kind of too cheap to hold the stuff that I had in them. They don't hold a lot of weight really. They tend to like get warped. So I thought I wanted something nicer, and I decided to go with this metal cart thing. It wheels around, which is great. You can lock the wheels. It retailed for $50, and they wouldn't even let me use a coupon on it, but I didn't pay that because I had a gift card. I paid like $25 for it. This is all stuff that I use regularly. So I have my glues, and then these are like toothpicks and pointed Q-tips that I use all the time. That's stuff for neck repair and clear nail polish. And then this is like my wire for making stands, and safety pins, my fishing line for fixing doll necks, and then I have like some stuff for restringing American Girls. These are my spray sealers when I make stands, and then I have some blank stands right in there. And then I keep my hot glue over here with my hot glue guns, and then I just have this thread that doesn't fit on my rack because I got a ton of thread from when my grandmother passed away. The rulers, because I do use these all the time. And then I actually put my paints out here because the nice thing is when I'm like sitting at my desk, I can just have this next to me and reach my paints and like my mixing mediums and stuff. I've never had like a really good place for my paints, and I'm really happy with this. And then you'll see these two little things here. That's because there's another little rack up there, that metal thing on the top shelf. I just didn't really need it, so I just put it over there for now. And then there's this caddy, and I always keep like combs, like this wire wig brush and these combs available for when I take doll photos. It's just easy to have a comb on hand. And then this is for dusting the dolls. And then I have like my box cutter and the blades for it. And then these are all my scissors, which I've organized by size because I'm always grabbing scissors. My hair cutting scissors, another American Girl wig brush. These are like florist wire that I use for things. And then I'm able to hang all of my tapes. I have never bought duct tape. This was all my dad's duct tape that I found laying around the house. But I always use the packing tape and the masking tape. And then in this little tray in the front here, I have my Mod Podge. It's actually just Elmer's glue in here. I use that all the time. This is my gel I use all the time for dolls, a spray bottle. And then this is my potpourri and essential oil that I put in my sachets with my dolls and clothes. So I really love it. It's really nice quality, and now that I own it, I would definitely say it's worth $50 because the plastic drawers that were in here before, those cost about $30 originally, I want to say. And to be honest, like this is definitely more than $20 nicer than those drawers. I really like it. I like how it wheels around, and it's pretty small, so I just keep it under my desk while it's not in use. And you can see it just fits really nicely under the desk, and I keep the pegboards facing outward so I can grab the combs and scissors really easily when I need them. And then obviously not everything that was in those white drawers fit over on there, so I did some reorganizing. So I put all of my polymer clay stuff in this, and this is where my paint was before. This is so much better for my clay stuff because I don't use polymer clay like all the time. It also has my epoxy sculpt. I had this container that I got with jewelry stuff a few years ago at Walmart. It was like a kid's jewelry kit. And in here, this is all my rerouting tools. So you can see in here, that's all my bagged hair. Then these are crochet hooks. And then in this Hello Kitty pencil case, that's where I keep my needles. Then I have my flocking, and then I just have a little bag of straw rollers that I reuse for curling hair. And this stuff was kind of bulging out of the drawer it was in because this hair gets pretty puffy. So I think it works out a lot better. And I'm not always reaching to reroute dolls, whereas I repair necks a lot more often, so it's fine that it's kind of out of the way. And I just put my paper cutter over here. Yeah, I actually think the room looks like there's even more floor space because these houses are so narrow and the big set of drawers isn't in here anymore. I'll show you where I put that. So we're in my basement in the storage area. Now, sorry about the lighting. That's the only light in here. And it's just dark. It's the basement. There's nothing I can do. This set of drawers right here, this cart was upstairs. So originally I had just 2 of these and they were over there, but I decided to put the 3 of them together, and I had all this like room to spread out. So Colleen and I kind of talked about what needed more room. So her Stacy accessories, she has like not a lot of accessories, but what she has are bulky, like these skateboards and stuff. So I decided to put them in here. And then Kidcore Katie had 2 of those small drawers, but she has a ton of crap. So this is one of her drawers. And then this is her other one. See all these toys? Like, this isn't all actual Kidcore stuff, but like these Pooh Bears were McDonald's toys we got as kids that I actually used to use for my perfume Princess Disney Jasmine dolls. Those 2 drawers are the same as they were before. I moved my L.O.L stuff because they have pretty bulky accessories. These are their larger accessories. They have a tackle box for their small stuff. But this was in my art room before. This is where I kept all my rerouting tools, but obviously it wouldn't fit in the container I moved it to. So I thought this would be great for them. So those are all the dividers for it. This doesn't have a lid. It was my grandmother's. She kept jewelry in it. But I have their purses, their hats, their sunglasses, and their cups. Is all the same, except I moved the sporting goods for Barbie in here because you can see again there's like big accessories and they were in a skinny drawer before, so we both decided putting them in a big drawer would work out. And then my Monster High accessories expanded into 2. They were all kind of clustered in one drawer before, but they have some bulky stuff, so we have like pets, hats, sunglasses, school stuff, food, and a few random smaller accessories, hair things, belts. And then in this one, this is like all of their random big stuff like Dracula's apron and wings, and then those are their purses. And then over here, there's obviously an empty drawer because this was where Katie's accessories were. And Katie's accessories also were in this drawer, but now that I have quite a few like L.O.L clothes and OMG pieces, I put them in here. The rest is all the same, but I did stack these 2 mini shelves because they're lightweight so they won't like push each other down. And then these 2 drawers are empty because my L.O.L stuff was in this one and Stacy's stuff was in this one. So there's lots of growing room. That's the thing, I always organize to accommodate growing room. I think sometimes people will think when I buy a lot of stuff, like I don't have the room for it. But I don't buy stuff I don't have the room for. I always try to, especially if I'm buying new stuff, I always try to make sure that whatever I'm buying for storage accommodates for realistic growing room. If it's something that I don't think I'm going to get a lot of, then they don't need like a ton of growing room. But like obviously with like my Bratz shoes, they're big, and Bratz are one of my favorite doll types to collect, so I wanted to have a lot of growing room for their shoes. Kind of, it looks kind of crazy in here because there's all these drawers with labels, but one day I'll do a full detailed tour of this area. But honestly, I'm just like never 100% satisfied with how it looks, so I always kind of go back and forth about like if I want to change things. So I have rearranged my houses, filled up the new one. There's plenty of growing room right now, which is great. So for now I have my little car in here, but once I get like some UV shades, I might put the car back up here. The nice thing about UV shades is they'll let light in, but they'll stop the UV rays. I watched the sun set in here when I first moved the house over, and it doesn't hit the balconies, just hits the top shelf. That's the only area that I would need to worry about. But I also have some Midnight Beach pretzel as they attract light, and so I've noticed of all the dolls I've had on display, they're the only ones that really seem to be affected. I mean, some dolls will naturally discolor, like Vampalina has a little bit of orange discoloration happening, but she doesn't really get hit by the sun. She's moved around quite a few times over the years. But I noticed like Monster High dolls and any doll really that has like blue or pink skin, they tend to just change color even in storage. That kind of discoloration can happen even if the dolls are never in the sun. It's just UV rays can exacerbate it. I know because I had a Frozen castle that I bought last year, and the entire time we had it, it was in a bag in the basement in a closet, and it just turned yellow. It wasn't yellow when we bought it, and it turned yellow. So it does happen. Same with my Grand Hotel. It wasn't ever like in the sun, and it turned yellow on an area. So it is just a chemical reaction that happens with the plastic that worsens when it's exposed to UV rays. Get some more protection for them. Even though the sun doesn't directly hit them, it might help. The new house, we have the car with MC swag. I kept the same people with the car, so you can see Skater Girl back there. And then Colleen and I both agreed that we wanted Downtown Baby and Uptown Girl to hang out on the patio together on these really cool chairs. And pink and blue, perfect colors. I also put some of her pets up here. Shadow has the bed. We thought that the bed would look really great with her. And I put my Harlequin girl, and then that's Midnight Pup in the bed. Dusk. I think that her and Harlequin girl look good together because they're glittery. And then in the bathroom here, we have Pharaoh Bro and Neon Guy hanging out. And then in the kitchen, Preppy and Prim, and then Proper is over here. And then Nightfall and Batty are just hanging out on the couch together. So it is like a little bit emptier than it will be in the future as I acquire dolls. And then this room is pretty much the same as it was before because I liked the layout, but I moved the mirror back there. It was up here before with Queen Bee, and I moved some of the dolls out, so I put my Yang QTs together on the patio, and then we have Luau sunbathing, getting some sun. And then in the bathroom, this is the same as it was before. I have my I Spy series Bigger Surprise pack in here, and then Snow Jams. Pretty much the same. I really like Little Downtown Doll at the vanity. Little Prim is in there. And then Block Party Family obviously wanted to stay with their house. And then I moved Downtown Hop back to the couch with Downtown Doll. And then I moved it to Fresh down here because he was always falling from there. And then the kitchen, same people. Gotta have my City Boy and City Slicker and Wolftown. I love them. Yeah, they'll probably move around as I feel like it, but for now that's the layout. I think they look super cute. I'm really happy to have both of these houses. I think they are a great addition. I definitely recommend them if you love L.O.L dolls as much as me. I think it's worth the money, and I saved $50 on this house. So I really can't complain. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. There will be pictures of this house and the stuff that came with it on my Flickr if you want to see. And I will put the link to the video when I got this house in the iCards if you want to watch me set up this and rearrange the whole room, because it was a whole episode dedicated just to that. And until next time, love your dolls, love yourself, and love your life.